Hello, welcome to Kelly's Breyers episode 8. It's been a while. I went to the Quarter Horse Congress Model Horse Show and I got to judge Breyer collectability. That was pretty fun. Then I got sick, got a nasty cold, lost my voice. It's been more than a week, but I'm back. We're going to make it a short episode today because I realized I shot this a couple minutes ago and realized that I got so far and the lighting was really bad. So I'm going to do what I can, and next time I'll drag some more lights downstairs. But we'll start up here. We have some halflingers, and there's the UK Strikey, and some Misties. The three on the left are all Misties. The Flocky Misty is a Misty too. The one in the middle is the most recent release. The one on the left is a glossy circle eye. There were many versions of Misty in her very long run. The light orangey looking one is also a Misty from the early 80s. I've had her since I was a kid. So I think that's the JCPenney or Sears run there. Some silvers. I kind of like the silver mold. It's not my favorite. I just buy the ones that I really like. And everybody says, well, how do you know what to buy? I just buy what I like. That just happens to be a lot. So there's some classics. And yes, I did buy the Best in Show series classic when I found it at Ollie's Bargain Outlet. Like all of my flockies, I keep them under plastic to, well, she's not flocked, but she has a hair, mane, and tail, to keep the dust and everything out, so I think it'll protect it more. And I didn't want to keep it in the box. I always unbox my models. Here's some more classics. Cantering Welsh ponies, I do like that mold. The bay and the seal bay on the left, in the middle, I showed them a lot until Breyer came out with some newer pony molds. Chris Hess sculpted these guys, I think in either early 70s or very, very late 60s. And a lot of his molds are kind of dated looking. They're not nearly as detailed as some of the newer molds based on just improvements in Breyer's molding skills and all that kind of stuff. But the mold's kind of dated, but I still like it. There's a 6s and 7s from Breyer Fest. I'd like to find a glossy one. And Dapple Gray from JH a couple years ago. Down here a little bit more. There's some more silvers and more Cantering Welshes. There's a Sassafras who's unnumbered. I got her, she's the Palomino Pinto, at the Breyer premiere in, I think it was 2002, 2001, don't quote me on that. It was in February, a long time ago. Instead of having like numerous special run lines like the events like the Pacific event have, Breyer had just an opportunity to buy extras from whatever they had left over of their stock, like leftover special runs, that sort of thing. So I got her in that pile, plus a couple other like artist proof stuff, but they're not anything special. In fact, she's not numbered. That's the only thing different between her and just the regular Sassafras release. Some Indian ponies. I like Indian ponies. Another nice older mold. It still shows well on the show ring. They show, I'd say, mostly better in collectability than halter. Some G2 ponies. I had a lot of requests for talking about how to pick a good show model and chalkies and just explaining a lot of that kind of stuff. And I think I will make some specialty videos, but a lot of the newer stablemates don't do very well in the show ring against some of the older ones. The Generation 1 or G1 stablemates tend to have better conformation. I mean, they all were intended to be as toys, except for like the limited releases, but that being said, that can explain why they have like chunky legs and, you know, they're not as refined. I mean, they're made for like 6 and 7 year olds to play with, and their legs are going to break off. So sometimes I hear like grown-up collectors complain about how clunky they look, but I think you sometimes have to remember that they're intended to be toys, and us die-hard collectors really only make up about, I think, 15 to 20% of the actual collector market. So don't quote me on that. I can't remember where I got that figure, but it's somewhere between 15 and 20%. Anyway, there's some more Indian ponies. I can't remember if I just talked about them. And some show jumping warbloods. Somebody's leaning to the left there. There you go. I actually like the ones with the long mane better than Cedric. I think his lack of flowing mane makes his head look very clunky. Down here we have some Proud Arabian Stallions, some Roxys, and some Goffords. These three molds are not nearly my favorites, but I do like Whippy's little chick and Palomino there. I think she's pretty. And some more stablemates. Okay, we're gonna hop over to, oh, my knees are killing me, ouch. There's an unpainted, a Breyerfest Gracie, Breyerfest Shannon. Those of you who acquired Shannon by standing in that 8-hour line at 90 degrees know, like myself, you'll probably never part with her. Thanks to heat exhaustion that most of us experienced. That's one of the reasons why now at Breyerfest there's such a nice, easy to navigate special items line. Used to be you just got in line, you didn't even know what they were selling. You waited there for sometimes 6, 8 hours, like the one year when the power went out, and you get close to the front of the line and they don't have anything left. So, you know, I hear people complain now about how things are handled. And I always think, well, back in my day, you waited for hours and got sunburned and ended up with nothing. Anyway, some more Clydesdale mares. And one lonely Clydesdale stallion. He's currently under reconstruction. I have to fix a bob on him. Alright, I'm going to talk about Pams for a little bit. Wait, I digress for a second. There's some of my show ribbons. I've also been really busy trying to campaign so I can qualify a bunch of horses for nationals next year, which is in Harrisburg, a couple hours east from here. And next weekend I'm going to the Novi, Michigan show, so it should be fun. I wanted to film this before I packed some horses up. Alright, Proud Arabian Mares. Originally released 58-59. The mold is the same as the Hagen-Renaker mold, Zara, or Zara. She was produced in ceramic. So, 1958-59, Breyer released her. You might hear collectors talk about old mold versus new mold. Well, the alabaster in front of me, she's an old mold Pam. If you look at her legs, her left leg, which would be the one on our right, it's nice and straight and narrow, and you know, she's standing pretty square. Breyer took the mold out of production for a while, and when it came back in the 70s, they retooled the mold, whether they had to change the cooling boards or something with the mold process. If you look at all of their legs now, her left, which would be the right one in front of us, they kind of toe out a little bit. You can see they're, like she's not standing straight up and down. So if you look at her leg compared to the old mold mare's leg, you can see the difference. That's old mold, that's new mold. And in the show ring, it's sometimes hard to beat an old mold model that's in really great condition because she is more conformationally correct because of how she's standing and that her leg's not bowed. But you might hear people talk about old mold versus new mold, and that's what they're talking about. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Like I said, lighting gets kind of iffy once I get down and up close, see what I mean? So next time I'll bring a lamp or two down and so we can see what we're looking at way back here. Alright, until next time.